I am Elizabeth McGuire, and I teach kindergarten here at Sugar Mill Elementary.
Yay. Okay, Ms. McGuire, what kind of reading recovery does the school or district use to help students that are below reading level?
Okay, here at Sugar Mill we do not have a reading recovery program. It's based on, you have to apply for it every year, and we have not met the requirements to have the program here. So what we implement here is a program called Parents as Coaches, and it is a program that is designed and implemented by a reading specialist, Amy is here, where parent volunteers come in and she trains them to work with students that are below grade level, and so we have them K through 5th grade. We also have one instructional aide for 6 kindergarten classrooms, and she does assessments twice a year, and then based on those assessments and other phonics screenings that we do in the classroom, she pulls children for a one-on-one instruction. And it varies. Usually it's about like 20 to 40 minutes, and it can be every day or a combination of times and days. It just depends on whatever she feels they need.
Okay.
We also have for kindergarten one retired teacher who comes in. She's a retired first grade teacher, and this is her second year volunteering. She comes every Tuesday and Thursday for 2 hours in the morning.
Okay. And what assessment do you give students at the beginning of the year to determine their reading level?
Okay, so we do 2 things. We do a formal assessment, which is the PAPI. It's phonemic awareness and phonics assessment, and it's a district tool that they use. At the beginning there are 12 sections, and at the beginning we score them on just a couple. There's one where they have to identify if the sounds are same or different, like cat and cap. Are those the same or different? They say yes or no, same, different. We also assess them on rhyming words if they can identify, does cat and pig rhyme? And they have to say no or yes. There's a section on identifying beginning sounds. Tell me the beginning sound of the word cat, and you have to say k. And then there's a section on ending sounds, the same as the previous one, only they identify the ending sounds. And then they also have to identify 21 out of 26 capital and lowercase letters. To do that formal assessment, we also have informal assessment for letter sounds and letter recognition with sounds. And what else do I do? Informal assessment of book knowledge. I put the kids around the carpet and I sit in the middle. And we use very basic readers at the beginning of the year, levels, basically like a 1 or an A in your DRA toolkit, and similar to that. And we identify where the front of the book is, where the back is, how to hold the book, how to hold it the right side up and make sure that it's facing you. Where's the spine of the book? Can you open it and find the title page? Can you look at the title on the front of the page, or where the author's name might be? Turning the pages, tracking from left to right and top to bottom, those sorts of things.
Okay. And lastly, does the self-correction to errors ratio estimate the level of reading achievement?
Do you mean personally? Or, like in the DRA, when we administer the DRA2, self-corrections are not counted as errors.
Okay.
Okay, so they're basically like when you're doing your running record, they're basically check marks. So you don't count them against that. And then when you score them, there's a section on the rubric for where you score them, and it asks you how many self-corrections did they make. And so to get the highest score, they either have to self-correct all of their mistakes, I think all or 4, something like that. It's a high number, or they have to read the sample correctly 100%. And then if they get a score of 3, maybe they corrected 2 miscues. And then for a score of 2, they would only self-correct 1. And then they get a score of 0 if they make no self-corrections, but they should have.
Okay.
And then if I do running records myself, I do it the same way as in the DRA2.
All right. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.